And now, direct from Las Vegas, it's Football Forecast Weekly.
Well, welcome to Bet Central here in Las Vegas, everyone. I'm Dennis Tobler, and I'm standing in for my regular host, Trip Mitchell, who's on a well-deserved 2-week vacation. We're going to have a shortened version of the show the next couple of weeks because after this weekend's conference playoff championships in college ball, the NFL kind of winds down, and we're just going to bring you some short weekly updates to keep you up to speed on what's going on in the NFL. So anyway, it looks like New England and Indianapolis will win this week, and they'll win their divisions. We all know Denver, San Francisco, Seattle, New Orleans are all headed to the playoffs. The big game this week in the NFL is obviously Seattle at San Francisco. San Francisco is a very scary 2.5-point home favorite here. A lot of the sports books have been putting the number on the board, taking the number off the board because nobody knows what's going to happen. Seattle certainly played well in their demolition of New Orleans, and I was surprised because New Orleans has been one of my top teams all year long, but Drew Brees simply had nothing against that Seattle defense. Now, whether it's the Seattle defense, which is very good, or that weird stadium they play in, or the terrible weather they play in, or the piped-in sound that those techies put underneath the grandstands to make it so loud they can't hear each other. I don't know what it is, but it's tough to play in Seattle. So in this matchup, when they go on the road to San Francisco, that will be negated. But San Francisco, they seem to match up very well with Seattle. I mean, they can score points, they can play defense. The total on this game is a sketchy 41. It seems to me they'll score more than 41 points, but that tells you a lot of people think it will be a defensive struggle. So with San Francisco favored by 2.5 in this one, you're on your own. If it gets to -3 where you bet, take Seattle. If it stays at -2.5 where you bet, take San Francisco. That's how tight this game is, and I'll be back with more information next week about that. Now, the big news from Bet Central is the college conference playoff games this weekend, and I'm going to give you a chance to get them absolutely free. That's right, I'm going to give you absolutely free the point spread selections of all 6 conference championship games this weekend. All you have to do is send me an email listed on the bottom of the screen, and I will immediately send to you my point spread selections. Now this is free of charge, you'll get no phone calls, and it's even good for a lot of the naysayers out there who like to criticize me, because then you'll get a chance to see how good I really am. So if you want the winners of all of the college games this weekend, all you have to do is send an email to the address at the bottom of the screen, and I'll be glad to send them to you absolutely free. So until next week at this time when we come back with our other short NFL update version, this is Dennis Tobler from Bet Central, out.